Match found.
Welcome to Match Found, the Monday through Friday podcast where we talk about anything from unrated to the VCT, all while playing a single Swift play. I'm your host, Comedy, and today we will be solo queuing March 2nd, the first day of the VCT lock-in semifinals, which I'm not going to spoil anything in the semifinals or grand finals section. On my other videos, I assume that you've already seen the games or don't care if you're coming into that, but for these, the semifinals and the grand finals should be a must-watch. They definitely there's going to be tons of odds, and at bare minimum, check out the highlights. I'm not going to spoil. I will tell you which teams are fighting. It's actually happening right now, and after I film this, I'm going to go watch map 5. I guess that spoils a little bit. But it is Loud versus DRX, and man, it's been an incredible game so far, so definitely go ahead and check that out. Tomorrow, March 3rd, Navi fights Fnatic, which you know how I am about Fnatic. Fnatic's basically going to beat Navi and then beat whoever wins this other one and then win everything, and then everything will be happy. But if that doesn't happen, it will either be Loud DRX or Navi to win the entire thing. But before that happens, on the grand final on March 4th, after the two semifinals decide who are going to go into the grand final, there will be a best of one game played between a Brazilian streamer and Tarik, where they were both going to fight on stage with their squads. Still, there's no information on the squads right now. Now, I did talk about on Twitter there was two things that were posted by Valorant over the past 2 days. One of them was a phone, and the other one was someone holding a phone, and they got notifications, and it seemed to be a pretty obvious tease at the newest agent. Now, the newest agent, we don't really have any details on, but I've heard rumors that potentially they have some sort of piece of equipment or utility that can tamper with defusing or planting the spike. Now, that is completely speculative. I don't know. However, this all being said, on that match, Tarik and the Brazilian streamer are going to be playing the new agents, and that's in 2 days. So I've never seen a reveal like this before. For the grand final, we had Fade. Her trailer was teased, and we got to see some of her abilities, but we're going to actually get to see two of the agents played, one on each side, for a best of one to showcase both the streamers and the new agent, which I think is absolutely wild. I think that's a great take on revealing. I'd love to see a map revealed that way. I can't even imagine, but I think that is super cool. Now, as far as news go on Valorant, not a lot has changed since yesterday. I don't really like to talk about like specific teams or roster switches here, but something that I think is significant enough to be noted is as of yesterday, Ye from Cloud9 is now an unrestricted free agent, which if you want to find more details about that, I suggest you search elsewhere for that. But what it means to be an unrestricted free agent, basically any team can walk up to him and be like, hey, here's a contract, you're signed, you now play for PSG. You know, he he can play on Moist Moguls now. He can play on he could play on potentially the new XQC team that's coming out. He could go anywhere. I imagine he would be looking for a tier 1 team, not a tier 2 team, but you never know where Ye is going to go. So I'm excited to see where he goes, and I think he's going to I think he's one of the best players in the world right now. I think he made Optic, you know, have that extra, you know, the Ye factor, and I think that it's gonna be ridiculous to see him on a new team. I was excited to see him on Cloud9, but it was short-lived. But you know, things happen. I don't know what happened, but we'll see him on another team. I'm sure.
Last player standing.
See if we can clutch this game up.
Sleep.
Oh, he's close here. Dang! This man's crazy. This is a banner. I don't know where this banner came from. I want this purple wolf one. It's like a black and purple gold wolf. I really like it. This is actually something I've thought about before, but I've never really talked about. Is banners in Valorant in general are like super rare because they never come back. So basically, you know, Phantom, not Phantom. What am I saying? Prime comes out and they have the Prime Vandal, they have the Prime Classic, they have the Prime Spectre, and they cycle through the stores and they cycle through the night markets, and you can get them, and other accounts get them, and they're kind of prestigious, whatever. But the Prime card comes out with the set, and then you never see it again. The Ego card, the Reaver card, the RGX card, you never see it again. And so, I really like, even when there's a skin set I love that I might be getting in the if I don't want to, you know, spend more money, I'll pick up the card. It's like $4 and you can never get it again. So I'm kind of a card collector. And there are mini cards. Sheesh. There are mini cards I don't have that I would like to have, but never will. So I make sure not to slack on a card that I enjoy. Man, we are getting toasted here. You know, what I've been doing recently is I like to talk about a lot of the updates and a lot of things I'm talking about, and then I like to, you know, kind of focus on the game and play it. So we're obviously not doing very well, so let's go ahead and call it that. If that's what you guys came to see was the new updates on Valorant, we're going to close out that section. And we're just going to go ahead into talking about the Swift play and attempting to win it. And we'll see how that goes. Also, I have a guest coming tomorrow, hopefully, if that works out. So check out tomorrow's episode. But here we go. It's 0-3, and there's only 4 kills total on our entire team. Let's see if we can turn this game around.
The hunt begins.
Looks like it's going to be some sort of a B hit. Ooh, they know I'm in here. I'm trying to spam it, but we might maybe anti-spam it. Drawing a lot of attention here. Ooh, that's... Oh, please don't do this, Reyna. Oh, Reyna, why? I honestly think me drawing a lot of attention there was not bad, and then if we had players push up, or even not just delay the spike, that did a lot of delay. Obviously, Reyna coming in and opening the door was a massive problem that just gave them 2 picks. It can be very hard for newer players to think about all those aspects of what's happening around them, and so I can't really blame Reyna for what happened there. Without, I mean, I'm doing a podcast here. I'm not even coming with my team, so there's that. But I can't really hold them at fault there. That being said, we now have to do a perfect run, a perfect 5 comeback. This is not looking good. And as you know, I've never lost a game on match found, so I don't want this to be the first. Never, ever, ever. 19 games, and all of them were wins. Alright. Gonna grab a deagle here. Actually, I'm gonna do Ghost Tether. I don't know if I can get this tether here. When Fade first came out, it was actually impossible to hit the tether, and now there's some tether lineups, and I've seen some crazy tether lineups even in the VCT. I don't have any myself. I really might get some, but do I just eat it right off the bat, or do I wait until I know where someone is? I think I'm gonna wait until I know. I'm gonna use my eye off the bat. We'll see if someone would have been there. Ah, it would have got him. Oh, we can just wait for the door to open, right? For the tether. Oh, but it was a fast flank. We got 4 here. This might work. I've done all I can do. It's up to them to win this round or the game's over. I have confidence. But the confidence is running away quickly. And all my confidence is gone. It's going to be a miracle. And it's not a miracle. Well, you know the rules. The game ends, the show ends. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. That's it.